Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on a Monday, March 13th, 2023, man. Trying to make some money, man. If you're looking for more of this great content, y'all know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and drop y'all like down in the comments. As you know, I love going through, seeing who y'all like. My best bets can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium. Just click that link in the description. Takes you right to my handicapper page. That's where you can find my long-term action, man. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. Best time to hop on one of those, man. Tournament, March Madness, right around the corner. A lot of NBA action still left in the season, man. Hop on something long term, man. When you do that, you get every play that I release in that time frame. If you hop on a weekly right now, you get from now to this time Monday and every play in that time frame that I release. So hop on something long term, man. Let's continue making money and let's smash the rest of the month of March. You can also find my $15 NBA Jam Session play there as well. We dropped it yesterday with the Nuggets. Hated to see that, man. They did not show up on their home floor. They're in the middle of a funk right now. We did have a profitable day, though, 2-1 overall, so we bounced back on the $15 Jam Session play today. I love today's play. We get back on track. Scoop it up. Only $15. Follow me on Twitter and check out my live shows. I will be live today, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, as I run through the card one more time for y'all. That show and Twitter both allow me to update y'all on late injury news and late information coming out of the association, man. So join me on that live show. I usually bring on a guest. I drop a parlay at the end of the show as well, man. So come spend some time with me. Y'all can ask me questions in the live chat, all that great stuff, man. So tune in with your guy there, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. We got a nice size card on a Monday. We're going to try to smash it per usual, man. So without further ado, let's make some money today, and let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. In our first matchup of the night, man, we got the Indiana Pacers out on the road facing the Detroit Pistons. Indiana's laying 2.5, total 227.5. I'm not betting this game, y'all. It's too many injury news. This is a G League basketball game, and I don't bet G League games, man. It's just how I'm feeling. I really don't even want to give out a lean because it's a 50-50 type game. Flip a coin, man, and that'll help you decide which side to be on. I have no real analysis on this game. I don't even know who's playing. No Miles Turner for the Pacers, a team that's 6 games under 500 can still make the play-in. They're not playing anybody. No Miles Turner, no Tyrese Halliburton, no TJ McConnell, no Benedict Mathurin. Buddy Hield, a game-time decision, probably won't play. The Pistons, I mean, at least we know they're in full-blown tank mode. No Isaiah Stewart, no Bagley, no Alec Burks, no Bojan Bogdanovic, no Jaden Ivey. Tough game, tough spot, no action for me. Maybe a small lean on Indiana money line, but you won't catch me there either. No play for me really in this one, man. We head out to our next one. We can really start trying to make some money on a Monday. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're out on the road facing the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks are laying 5 in this matchup, total 242. Me personally, man, I like the Timberwolves in this one plus the 5. I don't think Atlanta's 5 points better than Minnesota currently right now. I just don't. I haven't seen anything from Atlanta that wants me to lay this 5 in this basketball game. They just played 4 of the last 5 out on the road. They only won 2 of those. They returned home in their last one against Boston, failed to cover, lost 134-125. Minnesota, they also have lost back-to-back games to Brooklyn, 124-123 in overtime, and they got hammered at home by Philadelphia, 117-94. They had won the 3 previous before that on the road against a Sacramento team that's surging right now. Sacramento's only loss coming out of the break was to Minnesota. Beat up on the Lakers, 110-102 out on the road. Nice win. Beat up on the Clippers out there, 108-101. The last 3 road games, the Timberwolves not only covered, but they won outright. I wouldn't be surprised if they covered and won this game outright tonight. I think laying 5 with Atlanta is not a great place to be here in this one. I think these are 2 really even matched teams. As we can see, they're both currently sitting at 500, 34-34. The Timberwolves do have Rudy Gobert on this injury report as a game-time decision and Austin Rivers. But, I still think if, say those 2 guys don't play, I don't think that the Timberwolves are automatically just out of this basketball game. I don't think so. The Timberwolves still have a lot to play for as they're still right in the thick of things in a tight Western Conference. They're currently in that 7th seed, man, but 1 loss, they could easily be in the 10th. 1 win, they could be as high as 4. So it's kind of a weird spot right now in that Western Conference. Every win matters. The Hawks are currently in the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, trying to keep improving their playoff seeding. It's a really good game tonight. A tight one. I can make the argument going either way. In these tight games, I'd rather have the points in my back pocket. I don't think Atlanta is 5 points better than Minnesota, and I've seen nothing in their last 5 games that would indicate that. Leaning Timberwolves plus the 5. Y'all know I'm somebody that's not even high on this Timberwolves team. I have a nickname for them, a.k.a. the House of Disappointment. It just seems whenever I bet on the Timberwolves, they always seem to let me down. This looks like a good spot for them. I don't know if I'm going to fire it up currently or not, but I do lean Timberwolves plus the 5 here in this. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Utah Jazz. They're out on the road facing the Miami Heat. Miami's laying 7.5 at home, total 224.5. They could be playing the San Antonio Spurs. They could be playing the Houston Rockets. They could be playing this same awful team in the Utah Jazz, and I promise you, I would not be laying 7.5 with Miami at home. They could be playing me and 4 of you guys, and I'm not laying 7.5 with Miami at home, bro. I'm not doing it. I lean Utah plus the 7.5. I'm not sure if I'm going to fire it up. Utah is terrible. They are hot garbage. We're going to call a spade a spade. The Utah Jazz is a hard team for me to handicap. I'm currently still not sure what they're going to do. Are they going to tank like I thought they were coming out of the All-Star break? They're currently in the 10th spot in the Western Conference, a.k.a. meaning they're in the play-in. So are they going to continue to win games to try to stay there? It's a hard spot with this Utah Jazz team, man. They did win their last 2 games, though, and both are out on the road. They just went and beat the Charlotte Hornets 119-111 2 days ago. They also went out on the road and beat the Orlando Magic 131-124. This is going to be their 6th straight road game, man. It's a terrible spot, but we've seen them keep some of these games competitive, man. Like I said, they won their last 2, covered against my Mavs. They didn't show up against Oklahoma City in those 2 road games, but they did keep the first game with this Miami Heat team competitive on the 31st of December, the last day of the year, 126-123. The game was in Utah, but they kept it fairly competitive. Miami, they just lost their last one on the road to Orlando. That was a win they had to have, 126-114. We have faded Miami on their home floor all season, and we're not going to stop now, man. I can't. I just can't, man. What are they at? Why is the line 7.5? I just want to know. 10, 23, and 2 have only covered in 30.3% of their games. 10, 23, and 2 are the Miami Heat ATS at home, bro. I'm not laying 7.5 with them. If y'all want to go hoop against the Miami Heat, bro, let me know, man. We can cover a 15-point line. I feel like that, bro. Man. I'm not laying 7.5 with Miami at home. Utah Jazz still got stuff to play for. They've won back-to-back games. I definitely think they can show up tonight on the road against this Miami Heat team. Come on, Utah. Let's get this one done. Leaning Utah plus a 7.5, continuing to fade Miami on their home floor, our favorite spot all season. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Memphis Grizzlies out on the road facing my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, man. Memphis laying 1, total 225.5. It's a tough game for me, man. It's a tough one. It's a really tough one. No LD tonight. My guy Luka Doncic still out. Kyrie Irving game time decision. He did not play in the last one in Memphis, even though he traveled with the team, participated in shoot-around in Memphis last time. Game time decision today. The Mavs are still one of the worst cover teams in the NBA. We understand that. Terrible. Terrible. A lot of that, though, is with them being overvalued, laying points that they shouldn't be laying. As a home dog here in this one, man, I got to take my team, the Dallas Mavericks, and this is my thinking. I think Kyrie Irving plays tonight. The Mavs currently at 34-34 at 500 know they have to win some basketball games, so we're going to end up in the play-in. Like, this is a must-win basketball game for the Mavericks tonight. So I do think Kyrie Irving plays. I do think we see a concerted effort from the Mavs, and they win this basketball game. They covered the game just 2 nights ago in Memphis, where Memphis goes stupid, dummy, crazy. Memphis did not cover in that game. The Mavs kept it competitive, even without their 2 stars. No Kyrie and LD. With Kyrie, I think he plays tonight. I really do. I think he plays tonight. I think the Mavs win this one straight up. Now, the other side to this is the Memphis Grizzlies are still terrible out on the road, man. Terrible. I know everybody's going to want to beat up on my Mavs in this spot, man, but don't forget the Grizzlies are damn near like Golden State. Night and day. At home, stupid, dummy, crazy. On the road, they are terrible. Hot garbage, man. Let's go look at it. In their last 5, they lost their last 3 road games. To the Lakers, 112-103. To the Clippers, 135-129. To Denver, they got hammered, 113-97. Let's scroll back up a little more, man. They did beat the Rockets out on the road, 113-99. The Rockets, though. Let's see. Got beat by the Sixers out on the road. Got beat by the Celtics out on the road. Got beat by the Cavs out on the road. Like, I think they've lost like 7 of their last 8 road games, have the Grizzlies. Like, they're not a good road team. Hence why the line's where it's at. I know I've been hearing some chatter saying, this is the easy win for the Grizzlies. Hey, think that if you want to. The Mavs are pretty good at home, man. Straight up at home. Terrible ATS. Terrible ATS. One of the worst teams ATS in the NBA. But straight up at home, I'm trying to pull it up. My computer moving a little slow. Straight up at home, man, the Mavs have been pretty money. Damn, it's going to be a long segment, but it's all good. Dallas is 21-13. 22-13, straight up at home, man. We hoop at home. We don't cover spreads. We don't do it. We don't do it, man. But if you're going to give me my Mavs as a home dog to a Grizzlies team that's lost 7 of its last 8 games out on the road, with my guy Kyrie Irving probably playing tonight, the Mavs did keep the last one competitive. Now we're getting a superstar back in the lineup. The Grizzlies still without their guys. Still no Steven Adams tonight. Still no John Morant. Dillon Brooks has been playing better, man. But Dillon Brooks is not nobody that'll put fears in my heart, man. I'm taking my Mavericks tonight on the money line. Y'all can fade me if y'all want to. Y'all can go and take the Grizzlies. But I firmly believe tonight I'm getting the last laugh on a lot of y'all. Mavs, get this one done tonight, man. I might go to the game tonight, man. I'm taking the Mavericks on the money line. It's not my favorite play of the day. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. It's not my favorite play of the day. But I do think we win this game tonight on our home floor. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the Boston Celtics out on the road facing arguably the worst team in the NBA in the Houston Rockets. Boston laying 12.5, total 230. The lean for sure is the Boston Celtics in this one. They've kind of started to look better, man. They beat up on Portland 115-93, beat up on Atlanta 134-125. We've already seen them hammer this Houston Rockets team once this season, 126-102. Was 2 days after Christmas on the 27th of December, and that game was in Boston. We're in Houston in this one, but it's not like Houston has been, doing anything special. Just got beat handedly by the Bulls, 119-111. Took the Pacers to overtime, still found a way to lose that game by 9. Got hammered at home by the Brooklyn Nets, 118-96. I've liked what I've seen from Boston in their last 2 games. I definitely think they can come in here, keep it rolling. Boston is the lean, laying the 12.5. They went through a really bad stretch of basketball, man. They did against Cleveland, New York, Brooklyn. That Brooklyn game was a game that I know everybody still has fresh in their mind. Was up 27 points and then ended up losing the game by 10. But I do think they kind of locked back in. I like what I've seen from them over their last 2. I think they could use this as a get-right game to beat up on a bad team. Leaning Celtics, laying the 12.5. Hard to look in the direction of the Rockets in this one. In our next matchup of the night, man, we got the best game of the night, but we also got the toughest game of the night, man. We got the Warriors laying 5.5 at home over the Phoenix Suns, man. Total 237. We know the story with Golden State, man. The most night and day team in the NBA. On the road, fade them. Just fade them, and you'll make money. At home, ride them. You'll make money as well. It's really kind of crazy. Golden State at home right now is currently the best ATS home team in the NBA at 23-11-1. That's league best. I've covered in 67.7% of their home games. And we know on the road, man, they're terrible. Garbage. Don't take the Warriors on the road. But in this one, we got the Suns coming in, who've been playing really good basketball in their own right. They've won 4 of their last 5. They did just drop at home to Sacramento, who we'll talk about in our next one, man. Y'all better quit playing with them Sac Kings. Y'all better quit playing with them. It's a tough game for me, y'all. I'm going to be 1,000. It's a tough one. I lean Warriors. I do, bro. It's just what we've seen all season. At home, I don't know what it is about Chase Center. It's like they got a magnet in the rim or something. They don't miss. On the road, bro, they be throwing up brick after brick after brick. But at home, Golden State, they be hitting their shots, man. They got guys cutting to the rim that don't cut to the rim on the road. I know the Suns are in that mode right now. Been playing really good basketball, but I can't trust them to win this basketball game. I also know that the Warriors are working with not only double revenge, but triple revenge, as the Suns have won all 3 meetings this season. They won the first 2, which were in Phoenix, 134-105, 130-119. which, both were early in the season on the 16th of November and the 25th of October. The last meeting was on the 10th of January with the Suns coming in to Golden State and winning that game 125-113. Mikal Bridges had a nice game in that one, 26 points. Klay Thompson had 29. But, yeah, the Suns went in there and got the dub, and the Suns were really struggling at that point in time, too. It's a tough game, man. It's a really, really, really tough game. I'm leaning Warriors, though, man. We've seen them go stupid, dummy, crazy at home all season. Still the best ATS team on their home floor. They're working with triple revenge against this Suns team. They still got to lock in and win some games as they're only 2 games above 500. I'm leaning Warriors, man. Not my favorite game on the board, man. And they're finna go on a little road trip. Ooh, the Warriors damn near got to win this basketball game. Their next few games, they go play the Clips on the road. It's probably an L. They go play the Hawks on the road. It's probably an L. They go play the Grizzlies on the road. That's probably an L. They go play the Rockets. Might be a dub. They go play the Mavericks. Probably an L. Return home, play the Sixers. Probably a dub. The Timberwolves, probably a dub. Then play the Pelicans at home. Probably a dub. And probably the last game of the season, they got the Spurs. Probably a dub. They might close out the season on this same streak, man. Losing every game on the road, winning every game at home. I could really see it. Leaning Warriors laying the 4.5 in this one, man. It's not my favorite game on the board. It makes my stomach hurt, but it's what we've seen all season, man. And I think they continue rolling at home here in this one. In our last and final matchup of the night, man, we got the Milwaukee Bucks out on the road facing the red-hot Sacramento Kings. Milwaukee's laying 1, total 244. I know Milwaukee is, a defending champ as they won it 2 years ago. A really good basketball team, but there is no way in hell that they should be laying 1 point on Sacramento with Giannis, a game-time decision. There's no way. I'm taking Sacramento on the money line at home, bro. Stop disrespecting the Kings, man. I was part of the disrespect train on the Kings, man, and I quickly got up off of that train, bro. These guys are hooping, and they're still getting disrespected like they're the Kings of years past. If y'all don't know, the Kings are second in the tight Western Conference. If y'all don't know, the Kings have only lost 1 game coming out of the All-Star break, and they're at home. I'm riding the Kings here in this spot, man. The Bucks, we just saw them lose on the road to Golden State. They're not world beaters, man, especially not without Giannis in the fold. Really good team. I could easily see them getting back to the finals. Let me preface that the right way. But they can be beat. And I think they can be beat by the second best team in the Western Conference currently. Arguably the hottest team in basketball right now, the Sacramento Kings, man. A team that can explode offensively on anybody. I like the Kings in this spot, man. I'm taking them on the money line at home. They just beat a really good Suns team out on the road. 128-119. Beat up on the Knicks at home, 122-117. Beat up on the Pelicans. Beat up on the Clippers. Their only loss came to Minnesota, and it was a tightly contested game, 138-134. Giannis, man, he's a game-time decision. If he plays, the line's probably going to grow, and I'm still going to take the Kings. If he doesn't play, I'm taking the Kings on the money line. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably taking the Kings on the money line regardless, man. We've been on the Kings coming out of the break. They've been red hot. Light the beam, man. I'm rolling Sacktown tonight, man. I think they keep it rolling. Give me the Kings on the money line in our last and final matchup of the night. And that's going to conclude today's episode on the Jam Session on March 13th. 2023, man. Thank y'all for watching. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, here on a Monday. My best bets can be found over at Pickdawgz Premium. Just click that link in the description. That's where you can find my long-term packages, 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, monthly, yearly, seasonal. We're in the middle of March, man, with the tournament right around the corner. Hop on something long-term, man, and let's smash the rest of March. You can also scoop up just my daily bets, man. I got NBA up there today, maybe a little hockey. So, yeah, you can scoop all that over there, including my $15 NBA Jam Session play. We dropped it yesterday. Again, man, the Nuggets decided not to show up at home. I don't know what's going on with them, bro. I actually do know what's going on with them. I had a feeling that it was going to happen, and it's exactly what has happened. They got that number 1 seed locked up, and they seem disinterested. And that's on me, man. We went 2-1 yesterday overall. The Thunder Buddies went through, and the Knicks on the money line. So, overall, it was a good day. I'm mad at myself for having the Nuggets in that spot. Thought they would show up, go stupid, dummy, crazy at home like we've seen them do for majority of the season. They didn't do it. We bounced back on the $15 play today, though. So you can scoop it up. $15. Link in the description. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my live show. I'll be live 3 Central, 4 Eastern. We run through the card one more time. Should have a guest on that show today. It's live, man. So y'all can come in, ask me questions, all that great stuff on there. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs, man. I'll talk to y'all on Twitter. Talk to y'all in the comments. And I'll see y'all later on today. I'm out of here. Let's make some money today. Peace.